Good day everybody, it is Mitch again from KnowYourVape. How's it going? So, don't know if anybody's watched my last video yet. It's the review of the Wismec spiral tank. Decent little bit of kit. Today is going to be another review. This one is for a device, not for a tank though. Today we're going to be reviewing the Wismec or the RX Mini by Jabo. The mighty but mini mod. Got massive 80 watts of power, 2100 milliamp hour battery I believe as well, so it will get you through the day. As you can see, I've got the spiral on top. It is an awesome setup. Battery life will last you all day, and it's a tiny little thing as well, to be honest. I mean, you can see palm to device ratio, pretty good. But no, it's a micro USB charge mod. Buttons on the bottom, so you can turn it up and down, but we'll go into that all now because we're going to go jump down and we are going to take a look. Obviously I've got the silver, we're going to go and take a look at the black one up close, so come and join me down there. So as you can see, we have the Wismec RX Mini. Box is pretty simple. We've got a bit of logos on the bottom, on the sides. You've got some descriptions on the back basically explaining it all, but the camera won't focus on that. It doesn't like it, so oh well, screw it. We've also got the check code on the corner here, this side. This is the red one, so you get to see a bit of different colours, logo branding, pretty self-explanatory really. But if we open this one up, as you can see, the red is really nice. It's kind of like on the camera, admittedly, I think I need to change the camera, but it's looking a bit orange. So if I take it out, you can see decent little bit of colour, a bit of dust on there or something. Yeah. The leather is actually really nice feeling. It does feel like real leather. It doesn't just feel like the cheap carbon wraps you get sometimes. Some mods do it. You also do have normal 5 clicks to turn it on. If you want, at the moment it's in NI settings, so click it 3 times, top flashes. To scroll through, press the power plus button. Excuse my computer making some funny sounds. So in the titanium mode now, click again stainless steel, and again we've got memory mode. So you've got one memory mode. So if you want to say you've got a tank that you stick on it every single day of the week, always at the same power, stick it in the memory mode, and that way it just sets it. If you do stick anything else on it, you can put it into variable wattage mode, which is in now, and that way you can just choose your power. So at the moment we're on 20 watts. It goes right the way down to 1 watt, so you can fire at a minimum 1 watt. And as we go all the way up, it goes right. No. So it's a bit hard from this angle to turn it up and down, so you can see it goes right the way up to 80 watts. There's a few other little settings in this, so if we click it 3 times again. Now if we press the minus button on the bottom, it scrolls through, so at the moment it's got the amp limit that we're pushing. You can change that through to a puff counter and change it back to a amp counter as well. So depending on what you're going for, normally personally I keep it on the puff counter, it just makes more sense. Obviously you can see it's a new device, there is no puffs on it. Click the right button again, you see the battery symbol flashes. If you want to change that to a percentage rather than the battery, it's obviously a bit easier to read. Shows you've got 95% battery rather than trying to figure out how much you got by that tiny little symbol in the corner. So this is how I always keep it. And then same again, click down again and it brings you back into the menu to scroll through all the settings. So as you can see, you've got your nickel, titanium, stainless steel, memory and so on. Once you set, just click the button and there we go. So let's move on to the box now. So obviously normal Wismec stuffs, you get instructions, typical, nobody uses them. You also get a spare pad. So this is a sticky pad. Peel off the back, peel off the old back from this, the black one, and you can swap it over for the brown. Personally I prefer the brown, so I've got the brown on my silver one. Obviously I think the black actually suits the red one nicer. And then go underneath, and pretty boring, just a standard USB cable that everybody's got. I think if you haven't got one of them, you're not in this year, you're probably living in the 1990s. Yeah, so like I say, decent little mod. It is a spring-loaded 510 as well. which is always handy. Let's see if we can get something to show you that one. So there we go. It is a very stiff connection, but it does give a solid connection. It's not like the RX 200s, which used to have as very short connection. So if you put something like a TFT8 on it, it used to bugger it up. With this, you can put a TFT8 on it. It won't work as well because it's only a 22mm mod. Sorry about that, guys. Well, where were we? So yeah, basically, sorry, I had a customer. Venting holes, more venting holes on the bottom, but no, I think that's generally it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back up now. We are going to have a vape, and I'll let you know what I think, what my experiences have been with it, because I have been using it for a good month now, I think. Right, I'm back up here. So what do I think of the RX Mini? Personally, I think it's a great bit of kit. The power that it gives out is really decent amount. You ain't going to find many mods this size that will give out that sort of power. You won't often need that sort of power either if you're using this, because if you are using it at 80 watts, I will say the battery life does not last the longest. But otherwise, if you're using something like the spiral on it, so obviously I've got it at 33.8 watts at the moment. I'm not one of these people that sticks to specific watts all the time. I will just vape it. But yeah, if you're using low power, you're going to get a decent amount of battery life out of it. Otherwise, there's not really much bad to say about it. I think if I'm honest, it could be longer, but then again, it is a mini mod rather than a tall mod. Also, the USB charging, it does take a while to charge. It's only a 1 amp charger, so it's not 2 amp, doesn't support fast charging or anything like that, which means you are going to be sitting there waiting for it to charge for a couple of hours. But that's not a problem if you're like me and you've got mods coming out your ear holes, which isn't a bad thing. But you can see, it still gives out a decent amount. Obviously that's down to the tank. I've got some 12 Monkeys Kanzi going on right now. No, it's not going to focus. There we go. Decent, awesome juice. Strawberry, watermelon, guava and candy. Can't argue that. But no, I've not had any problems with glitching, freezing, any problems like that. I haven't even had to update it. You can update it using the USB port. It's not needed though, just a case of whether you want to try it out or not. As for whether I go and buy another one if it's broke, I think I probably would, to be honest. It's a decent little mod. They are cheap as well. I think we sell them here for £55, so it's not a lot of money. You can probably, I think that's about the going rate, to be honest. You can also get a kit version. So we sell the mod on its own. You can get a kit version which does include a tank, but in my opinion the tank is wank. Don't touch it, it's a piece of shit. Coils don't last very long, the flavour's not too good either. So if you want to try it out with a kit, obviously if you don't mind buying extra, paying an extra £10 to £15 for the tank, it's not a problem. But personal opinion, I don't like it. I never did. I would much rather stick to something like the Baby Beast, your Sparklito, or even, hell, I've gone old school. I've been using the Atlantis on my Smock Alien mod at the moment. You can see that thing is beaten to hell, but it still keeps on running. Decent little bit of kit, but no, like I said before, any recommendations of mods, juices or tanks or anything like that that you want reviewed, you want to see, put them down in the description below. And otherwise, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and keep on watching our videos to see what else we've got coming out. It's always nice to see how many people will watch. Bye.